What's cracking, y'all? It's me, your boy. Now, this video is very special to me because we're gonna be making ice cream. And ice cream has a very special place in my heart because, come on. It's ice cream. Now, you're gonna start by pouring some milk. Just 1 cup of milk. I think that's gotta be like 1 cup or something. Now, I'll put the milk back so mom doesn't get mad, and place it off to the side because, wipe off the counter because I spilled some, and make sure you're going to have a couple plastic bags lying around because those are important. Don't sip the milk, just place it off to the side so it's not in view of the camera. And, let's see, I think at this point, I ended up taking some vitamins because I knew I was in for a wild ride. And vitamins are important because they contain 100% of your daily vitamins. And just as important as taking your vitamins is putting them away because I would get yelled at. And, we're gonna need some sugar, so get that and apparently put it off to the side right away. Find your measuring spoons. I have no idea where mine were, and I ended up finding the smallest one we had. And, stand there for a goof for a good few seconds because I didn't know what to do. And I don't want to re-narrate the rest, so here's the old recordings. This is premium ice and will result in the best of cream for some reason. Smash it down to loosen the cubes, once again spilling your contents everywhere because what else is there to do? Now that you've cubed your ice, you need to reevaluate your life and lose all hope trying to figure out how you're going to get your ice in the bag. Eventually giving up and returning it to your primordial instincts and manpowering the ice into the bag. It's a good idea to fill the bag up as much as possible to ensure the highest of quality cream, emptying the rest of the ice into the bag because more is more and more is better. Shaking the ice around once more just in case some ice got stuck to each other. Once you've got the ice in the bag, it's time to salt the ice. We salt the ice to lower the melting point, and hey, there's a bit of science already. Start with lightly salting the ice before realizing you are making no progress and pouring all the salt you own into the bag. Put the salt away in shame because you are done with it, but even if you weren't, there's nothing you could do because you used it all. Tightly sealing the bag before shaking to get the ice nice and cozy. You want to cover the ice in salt so it's evenly distributed all over the ice. But it turns out tightly sealing the bag will do nothing when the side rips open. As disappointing as this was, it didn't really matter because with the magic of editing I already have another bag. Place the ice bag inside the new bag to make a bag, completely forgetting about the ice that's on the counter, which I do eventually clean up. Tightly seal the bag once more and hope that this one doesn't rip, and with a bad transition we'll bring out the sugar. Remember not to smash the sugar on the counter because that leads to no goodness and everything's okay. Get yourself 1 tablespoon of sugar and very gently put it down. Obtain a sandwich bag and open it so you are able to pour milk into the bag. Once again, not forgetting to spill milk all over the counter. And before I forget, I'm going to put the sugar in there. Find a ½ teaspoon spoon because that's what you need. I ended up over pouring the vanilla extract because of my lack of ½ teaspoon, to which I used a 1/3 teaspoon. Tightly seal the bag that all the stuff is in and get your ice bag and open it. And I actually managed to rip the last ice bag, so before I put that bag in, I'm going to place another bag into the bag. And now we have too many bags. I know we're working with a lot of bags, but we're going to have to put the bag inside of the bag that's been put inside of the bag, and after you mix the ice all around the bag, the bag is going to need to be sealed, and you're going to have to shake it. And shaking was the worst part of the adventure. The shaking took way too long, and I eventually decided to give up after getting oven mitts because the ice is cold. And at this point I've been shaking for about 5 minutes, and I was ready to check on the ice cream because it said it wouldn't take very long, which I would come to find out was a lie. It was kind of slushy, kind of gross, still liquidy, and I could tell it needed to be shaken for a lot longer, and I was not ready for this. I decided to leave it for a good few minutes before realizing that shaking was probably important, and that's why it was part of the instructions. So I picked the bag up again, and I decided to really just go, but I gave up once more and slammed the table, which I ended up fixing, and leaving it for another 10 minutes yielded nothing. So I decided to pick the bag up again and create the worst montage I have ever seen. At this point, I could tell that our ice cream wasn't going to be ice cream, it was going to be cold milk, so I decided to just put it in the freezer to see if anything would happen, and I got kicked out of the upstairs, and now it's dark outside, and the mixture's been in the freezer for about 2 hours, and it's still liquidy and slushy, so it doesn't smell particularly bad, just like weird ice cream. And I decided to taste it the only way I know how, opening an apple fritter and pouring some inside. And I wasn't actually disappointed with the way the ice cream came out, because it's very interesting science. Now, the reason our mixture is like this is because ice cream is very hard to get right. The freezing point of water is higher than that of sweetened cream, and so the milk part was still liquid. The water molecules have actually frozen, making it slightly crunchy and very icy, and the biggest disappointment about this was the taste. I don't know if it was because I use skim milk, because I'm poor and that's all our house has, but the only good part about it was the apple fritter. And of course I go for another bite because I'm disgusting. Anyways, I don't know why I decided to pour more into it. I just really wanted to like this, but I guess I was just hungry, and I even hesitated because it was cold, watery, vanilla-y, and I decided not to eat the rest because it was actually gross. And soon you'll be able to see just what was wrong with the ice cream and why it was so bad. Oh my god, I'm watching this over narration and I want to die. Anyways, the next step for me is to clean up and go sit in silence and bask in sadness to how much I messed up, but thank you guys for joining me on this wonderful adventure. I'll see you in the next episode, which will be the science of friendship.